Good morning and welcome to the Her Show and welcome to my living room. I am Trina Titus Lozano and I am here with you every single Friday morning on Life Network for Women. But this series is specifically to inspire you about your home. We've just celebrated Valentine's Day, okay? So we have celebrated love, but let's talk about the practical ways today of really how to make the atmosphere of your home one of love and peace. As my mom says, without peace, love isn't believed. So we want home order and a beautiful atmosphere to help the people in our families to feel loved when they walk in. They'll be inspired and your guests will be inspired, and it starts from the front door. So I'm going to give you a little tour today from the front door through the living room and the kitchen. And hopefully this will inspire you because we've just celebrated Valentine's Day, but we want to be able to continue this feeling of love in our home by supporting what we believe by how we behave, okay? That's the integrity in our hearts. We're wise women and we're gonna build our house a little bit every single day, and the people who come into your home, they will be affected and they will appreciate everything that you do. So let's get started. So welcome to my front door. As you will see, it is decorated for Valentine's Day. Okay, we've just had Valentine's Day, so I'm going to be transitioning, but I want you to be inspired because what I want to do is I want to always make sure that my patio is swept, okay? I want to make sure that there's something decorative in my pots, and I always have pots by the front door. I like to have a little bit of seating out here too, and always a welcome mat. So you can see my welcome mat says come in and cozy up. So there's a message there. And then whatever holiday we're celebrating or whatever season we're in, I will always have a wreath on the front door, and you should too. This is the beginning of the impression that people will have when they come to your house. When I'm preparing for guests, I always have a coat rack near the front door so that I can very easily hang up their coats. I don't have a coat closet, so a little coat rack is what I use, and I'll show you that in a minute. I always light candles, and that sets the fragrance. And when people come into my home and they see candles lit, they know that I have prepared for them. So be sure that when you're preparing for your guests, that candles are lit, and that things are tidied up, and that there's a place to put their coats if it's winter time. So here's the coat rack. Now our personal coats have overwhelmed this, and before I have company, I'll hang up our coats in our bedroom so that it's cleared for our guests. So this is our living room. This is the place where we watch TV or football games. And what we also do here is we just really relax. So there's a lot of pillows here, and I've got a basket of blankets that I can quickly pass out blankets so people really can cozy up, okay? And I also am sure that there are coasters sitting at every single place so that when people sit down, they have a place to set their drink. Now, if I have a lot of people, there can be too many pillows sitting on the couch. And so I will remove some of the pillows so people can really be comfortable and have plenty of seating space. Welcome to my prayer chair. This is my prayer room. And this used to be our dining room, but our family outgrew this dining room. So I put a round table in the middle of the room and I surrounded it with 4 chairs. And so this is my designated place to do business with God. This is where I spend time with Jesus. And I encourage you, find a spot, okay? Find your spot. We all need to have a designated place where God and I talk, okay? My closet wasn't sufficient, and so I made this chair. This is the place. Now, I have this room equipped with scriptures hanging on the wall, with messages on the pillows. Be still. It is well. So that I remember to take things really seriously to God when I'm in here. This is a place equipped with my Bible is right here. This is where my Bible lives. Okay, the home for my Bible is right here under this, at the bottom shelf of this table. The books that I rely on for my devotionals and for my prayer time, The Power of a Praying Wife, The Power of Praying. For your adult children, I've got 4 grown sons and daughters and 11 grandchildren. So these books are really important to me. And this is where God and I really connect. I also have a basket right here. And so this has my devotionals, my pens, my highlighters, and my journals, everything that I need to spend time with the Lord is just right here. So it's all very well organized. Everything has a place. Everything has a home. And this is our prayer room. I even have candles that I keep lit. Yes, I get them at the Dollar Tree. Okay, they're the Catholic candles and I'm not Catholic, but it just reminds me that as these candles stay lit throughout the day and night, that my prayers go before the throne of God. Just as an incense is constantly burning, these candles are constantly burning. And even when I leave this chair, my prayers are still at the throne of God. And Jesus is working on my behalf. And so it's a beautiful reminder as these candles are still lit that, hey, God is still taking care of things. So I'll show you that. Here it says, pray big. Let's not pray small. Let's pray big because God's got big plans. Now, right behind here, here's the candles that I was talking about. And these stay lit all the time, just to remind me, those prayers are still before the throne of God. So right here in my prayer room, I have my life verse, Romans 8:28. As we know, all things work together for good to those who love God and are called according to his purpose. And my other life verse is on the wall right here, Ecclesiastes 3. Everything is beautiful in its own time. There is a time for everything under the heavens. And that reminds me as I pray that I'm gonna also need some patience because it's gonna end up good in God's timing. You know, all of these messages in our home, it is good reminders. It keeps us positive. It keeps us prayerful. It keeps us hopeful. I love the idea of having a sitting room here and a prayer room that is designated. Our family and our friends, they always want to come to our 4 chairs to have this eye-to-eye, face-to-face conversation around our table and to pray together. So this has become a very special room for the whole family to enjoy. Okay, so as you can see, I also had a Valentine theme in my bathroom. So in my guest bathroom, I do decorate it seasonally, and that's a lot of fun for the guests. And then for a guest bathroom to be complete, or a powder room, if you will, it needs to have extra rolls of toilet paper. It needs to have a wonderful soap. It needs to have a candle, okay? It needs to have some air freshener in case they need that, and also towels to wipe their hands. So these things will complete your guest bathroom. And before your guests arrive, be sure your bathroom is clean. Maybe you've noticed the rocks in my sink. Yes, these are rocks, and it's perfect to just create some atmosphere and just a fun little touch for your guest bathroom. Now, it doesn't work if it's in the bathroom where you're brushing your teeth, but just to wash hands, it's perfect. It creates a spa-like idea. This is my family bookcase, and I make an album. These are called chapbooks, and they perfectly fit my shelf, and then every year, I put the pictures from that year. That way, I always have photo albums year after year after year, and they're right here on a shelf that they fit on. So whatever size your shelf is, that's the size of book that you need to make. Now, when I made my children's wedding albums, they got married in different years, 2004, 2008, 2009, but I made their own albums so that they would all match and look nice displayed on my shelf. So I turned this family room into a dining room because I needed a space for the whole family to sit. Doesn't fit the whole family, but almost. This table seats 18 because I put 4 tables together and then I have 18 chairs around. In order to do this, be sure that you have a pedestal table. Okay, it does not work to do this if legs are on the outside. It needs to be supported from the middle. Then you can put the chairs all the way around and the leg won't be in the way for anyone. And with every occasion, I set the table differently. So this table is actually set for a Valentine's party. Since we're recording this early, our Valentine party is actually tomorrow morning. So by the time you see this, Valentine's Day will be over and it's going to be cleaned up and then ready for the next occasion. But this is where we have our family dinners. So zoom in here and look at the place setting. So we always have a placemat, a plate, a cup, and a glass, a fork, and then a knife and spoon, okay? So depending on what kind of party you're going to have, you set your table accordingly. But don't ever forget to make it creative, okay? You want to be creative. That just makes things a lot more fun for everyone. We want to make special occasions special because people are special. So to accommodate all of my placemats, when I decided to make this large table, I used the space to create some storage. And I had someone build me these 4 deep drawers, and this is where all of my placemats are stacked up, all of my cloth napkins, all of my tablecloths, and then table runners, okay? And then right here is where I store my different candle holders and frames and things that I need for my centerpieces. That's the way that the organization helps me to have great table settings. So our homes are always growing, changing, evolving, and with my family growing and 11 grandchildren, I needed a china hutch to accommodate all of my dishes to set this big table. So my husband put this IKEA bookshelf together for me, and I put 4 bookshelves together and added the extenders, and this works great to store my dishes. Thank you for coming to my home, and I want you to return next Friday for a kitchen organization tour and to learn about napkin folds. Folding napkins is such a fun way to add spice to your table, okay? Everybody loves to sit at a table that has been prepared for them. So we want to be wise women who build our house and who prepare for our friends and family and make them feel really loved both Valentine's Day and the week after. So I'll see you next week and the week after. God bless you today. Hugs and high fives. Bye-bye.